Welcome to DX Engineering. We're here in Talmadge, Ohio tonight, and we have a very special guest on our Facebook Live. This is Michael Coulter, WHCI. Michael is the treasurer of the Dayton Amateur Radio Association, and the Dayton Amateur Radio Association is the host organizer for the Dayton Hamvention. And we're very proud to have Michael here this evening. We're going to announce the 2017 Dayton Hamvention Award winners. Welcome, Michael.
Well, first off, Tim, it's a pleasure to be here with you and your team, and we certainly appreciate all that you do for Hamvention. I mean, step up and host this for us in a very professional manner, because everything that you do is very professional. So glad to be here, and we're here in the one of the showrooms here for DX Engineering. So great place to be. Feel really at home.
You feel at home. We're around all these radios.
That's right.
And we're very excited, those of you viewing live and those of you that will view here on recording. And but we have exciting news, Michael, and you brought exciting news with you here to DX Engineering, and these are the Hamvention Award winners, this is the Oscars of amateur radio.
I think it is.
And it's very fitting that this occur the night after the Oscars were awarded. And we're very excited to be working with your Hamvention team. And of course, this is an exciting year at the new Greene County Exposition Center.
Right, beautiful.
And so, Michael, without further ado, let's...
Yeah, with further ado.
Oh, here we go.
You have won this award. You won one of these awards a few years ago.
In fact, you're right.
And
I did. I was very fortunate to win the Ham of the Year award. And that you presented to me back in 2015.
Right. It was. You definitely have deserved it. But anyway, you're among the elite who have won that award.
So
the few.
And there will be another award winner here, the Amateur of the Year. We'll get to that one. That we saved the best for last. Although all these awards.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the best for last. We saved that one. Is because people look at that as the overall winner, but boy, to win one of these 4 awards is just—it's
incredible.
Sometimes it's a very, very difficult choice.
It is incredible,
and it takes us time to go through all the information to find out about, who are these people that are applying for this, or who have we see as well on our team throughout the year that we think rise to the occasion. So, without further ado,
here we go. So for the Special Achievement Award, Michael, why don't you tell us the Special Achievement 2017 Hamvention Award winner?
The 2017 award winner goes to Mohan, and Ram's call sign is Victor United 2 Mike Yankee Hotel, and currently he is the Executive Vice Chairman and Director of the National Institute of Amateur Radio in Hyderabad, India. And Ram has just done some amazing things. He's a very humble man, but he works so diligently, tirelessly, I think, for amateur radio in India, and has done a tremendous amount of work there. He's been licensed since 1988, and which is the highest license there, is a Grade 1 license. He is a very well-rounded amateur. He's done a lot of training programs, the expeditions, workshops, and a lot of other public service activities. I think, though, what really got us about Ram is that in 2015, when the Nepal earthquake came, he led an expedition into Nepal, and he kept in communication with me in the times that he was there. I learned a lot about emergency communication and in a serious situation, taking that heavy equipment in. All of it was on his back. But he has also been part of the Cyclone Hudhud in 2014, the Uttarakhand floods in 2013, West Bengal cyclone. He's led the expeditions in different parts of the world, and we just saw that his work with all the government officials, with young people, with scouts. I mean, the list goes on. That Ram has just shown us that's a very special achievement, what he has done for India. So we're really glad to And we're looking forward to him coming and receiving this award.
You got to be very proud of what Ron has done to give back to this hobby, especially in the area of emergency communications and stepping up in time of need.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just looking at some of the other awards that he has won over the years, this is an excellent choice.
Thank you.
By the Hamvention chair for this award.
Yeah, we really we get so many applicants, and there's just so many great amateur radio operators out there in the world. But the other thing that we recognized after we did this, Tim and I were talking, that this helps not only is it shed light on him, but it sheds light on how India is really improving in the amateur radio world. And we're excited as we're all brothers and sisters in this.
That's very good and very exciting to have Ron as the award winner this year for special achievement. So now, one of the other areas that the Hamvention Awards Committee really looked on is the area of technical achievement, Michael. And so, who is the 2017 award winner?
Well, the 2017 award winner for technical achievement is Rob Brownstein, Kilo 6 Radio Bravo, and he's been licensed and active for 59 years. And he started at the age of 11, and in 1958, like many young novices, he could hardly wait to upgrade his general ticket so he could be get on a phone. But he soon discovered he enjoyed operating CW. So he put his microphone in the drawer, and he's been extremely active in CW. And he is one of the founders of the CW Operators Club. And not only that, Rob has gone on, he's been president of the club, but he has started the CW Academy. And that is what really caught our attention. That starting that, he has mentored more than 800 amateurs from beginner, intermediate, and advanced CW courses. And now we're getting word that he's going to be working with youth groups to get youth. He's really focusing on that and to bring youth into the exciting world of CW. So we're really excited that Rob has won this award, and I'm looking forward to meeting him. And so, yeah, Rob is on.
What an excellent choice, Michael. Certainly the CW Ops Club and the CW Academy that they do. And this is done online and on a volunteer basis. And in fact, as we were talking about Rob earlier, we have 4 members of our DX engineering team that are part of this exclusive group of CW Ops and are part of the club. So we're very excited to see the Hamvention Awards Committee recognize Rob for his significant contribution to amateur radio.
And continuing. He's been involved so long, and he's still paying it forward.
Paying it forward and doing great work in CW is alive and well, thanks to guys like Rob, and it's very, very fitting that Rob gets this award.
Right.
Michael, you know that amateur radio clubs are the backbone of this hobby. This is where it's done in the trenches. It's done every night, every afternoon, every morning when clubs get together for breakfast, they get together for activities, they give back to their communities. And so it's with real excitement and pleasure that the Hamvention gives an award every year to the Club of the Year and for their contributions. And certainly this year is no exception. I think you found a really great club. There are so many great clubs out there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's tough. I can't imagine how difficult it is for the Hamvention committee to actually single out one club. I think you've done a tremendous job this year. So, Michael, the 2017 Hamvention Club of the Year
is the Clark County Amateur Radio Club. They are located in the Oregon, Washington area, and their president, Nicole Crosby, November 7, X-Ray Bravo Yankee, she's our current president, but I've been totally amazed at all the different things this club does. I mean, they cover the whole gambit in amateur radio. As Tim and I looked at it, of course, they're a special service club from ARRL. They were founded in 1930, and almost any activity that you can think of that a club would do, they do it, and they do it in a big way. They also are a part sponsor of CPAC as well. But I really encourage everybody to get on and take a look at their website. It's Whiskey 7 Alpha India Alpha.org. That's Whiskey 7 Alpha India Alpha.org. And take a look for yourself. This club is just really has it all going on. And I will tell you, Tim, it is very difficult to pick these winners. You know, you have some of them that come close, and some of them that, and we have to weigh it out. But then there's always just that extra thing that the winner does above and beyond anybody else. And so, yeah, my hat's off to that club, and to all the other clubs that applied. I mean, it was a very difficult choice, but you know, clubs like our club, the Dayton Amateur Radio Association, you know, we're all pushing forward to improve amateur radio.
And I think the website that they have for w7aia.org is phenomenal. And other clubs can gain a wealth of knowledge by taking a look at their club website. And I'm sure that Nicole and her team, a lot of volunteers associated with the club, would love to help any other clubs that would like to come on board. But what struck me about their club, Michael, was the amount of volunteer communications that they give back. And you can take a look at their schedule of events, and it's very impressive.
Very impressive.
They're very active in their community and giving back. It's not just about field days and Hamfest. It's about giving back to the community, and they do it in a big way.
Well, one thing that I thought was really humorous, we were looking at where they have these meetings. I don't know if they were luncheons or dinners, but they have regular meetings. And one of the places is a place called Elmer's. And we both got a good chuckle out of that. We thought, man, we got to visit Elmer's someday.
That would be very cool. But to have members of the club come to Dayton and come to Xenia this May to experience Hamvention and the special award ceremony that Dara does is going to be just amazing.
Right, and I'll tell you, Derek can take some lessons from this club in terms of some of the things that we could probably improve on. I mean, we think we have a good club, but these guys are just fabulous. So we're looking forward to meeting them.
It's going to be great. Now, you know, certainly one of the highlights for the Dayton Hamvention is the next award, and that is the 2017 Hamvention Amateur of the Year.
Yeah, that's a tough award to win, actually. I mean, can you imagine rising to the top of, you know, at that particular moment as an amateur radio operator, you know, from the day you first take your test to get to a point where you're giving back so much in so many ways to people that you win that award. You know that feeling. It's just, me, do I really deserve it? And that's usually what people say. Do I really deserve this? But this year, that honor goes to Frank Bauer, KA3 Hotel Delta Oscar. And Frank he's the Vice President of Human Spaceflight Programs for AMSAT, the Chairman of the Amateur Radio on the International Space Station, International Team, and the ARIS US Team Program Manager. As such, he has led the ARIS International Team in the development, qualification, testing, and operation of the ham radio systems on board the ISS. The team has pioneered a ham radio system on ISS that serves the amateur radio community through education, outreach, public outreach, and amateur radio experimentation. Frank was also responsible for setting up and operating the worldwide transmission of Space Shuttle air-to-ground communications from the Goddard Amateur Radio Club, WA3NAM. This effort started in 1983 for Owen Garriott's Hammond space mission, provided a critical conduit of information to hams attempting to contact astronaut hams prior to the time when internet connectivity became ubiquitous. You know, Frank, have had the pleasant opportunities to meet and talk with Frank over the years, and what a guy that gives back to amateur radio in so many ways. And we are pleased, the Dayton Amateur Radio Association, Hamvention, we're really excited that he is our Amateur of the Year. Well deserved, and I think across the board, like with most all of our picks, we should congratulate him and congratulate the other winners.
You know, Frank is just a tremendous example, not only of somebody who gave back, but he gave back in such a way that it affected youth. And we know how important it is to get young people into this hobby, but how impressive it is when the ARIS program comes into a middle school or a high school or even a college, and through the magic of amateur radio, they're able to communicate with the space station and communicate with those astronauts and ask questions live. And what an impression, what a memory that is given back to these kids. And hundreds of these kids have gone through this program that wouldn't have happened without Frank Bauer. So again, Michael, a tremendous opportunity for the Hamvention team to recognize a real pillar of amateur radio contribution, and to have KA3HDO as the winner of the Amateur of the Year.
Yeah, it's, you know, we've had so many good winners over the years. We always think, where are we going to be able to, you know, meet this high bar that we've been setting with the people who have been Amateurs of the Year. So I'd like to just take a quick opportunity to thank all my friends that are working so hard on the Hamvention. You know, I'm pleased to be the spokesperson, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that absolutely making this happen. So,
you know, and it is incredible that there's an envelope over there that I need. It is incredible all the work that you and over 600 volunteers at Hamvention. And you know, we want to make sure that you and all of the volunteers are reminded on a daily basis just how important it is. And we know that you're working to give this 5-star event to amateur radio and hams all around the world, and those that will attend. And so from your friends at DX Engineering, here is just a small token of our appreciation for the dedication that you've given to Hamvention. Thank you.
You're welcome, but this is for all of our, this doesn't have Michael's name on it, this is for our whole team. And I certainly appreciate that, because our team is tirelessly working to make this a 5-star event. Anyway, I also want to thank the awards team, and I had the pleasure to work with them to pick the award winners. And once again, thank you to DX Engineering and all the DX Engineer folks that are behind the cameras here that are making this happen. Once again, Tim, we sure appreciate you and what you're doing for amateur radio. Thank you for this nice award. Beautiful, beautiful, and really surprised me.
Thank you to all of you who are listening live and watching live, and we look forward to seeing you all at the new Dayton Hamvention in 2017 in May.
Thank you.